All right, now we're doing 7Q Season 2, Composing Squared Strings. This is by G964, and 92% of the people like it. So a squared string is a string of inlines, each substring being in characters long. We are given two in squared strings. For example, we've got this here where it's ABCD, and then we've got the escape character in, the line break basically right there. And then these four characters, these four characters right here, and then so on and so forth, 4 of these by 4. So it's squared strings, and then we got 2 of them, all right? So we're gonna build a new string the size n plus 1 times n. So we're gonna add 1 to the end of each of these, but still have 4 rows, I guess. So we're going to do it in the following way. The first line of string has the first character of the first line of S1 plus the characters of the last line of S2. Oh yeah? The second line of a string has the first 2 characters of the second line of S1 plus the characters of the penultimate line of S2 except the last character. Penultimate means the second to last. And so on until the nth line of string has characters of the nth line of S1 plus the first character of the first line of S2. If you didn't get it, neither did I, but luckily we have this picture for people like me that don't, you could tell me all the words you want and I'll never understand it. All right, so basically we're going to take the first letter here, put it here, and then we're going to take these 4 and put them here. And then we're going to take 2 here, and then we're going to take these 3 and put them here. 2 and 3. 3 and so on. 3 and 2, 4 and 1. All right, that's basically how we're going to be doing it. So for this one, we're going to change this into concise syntax. Const compose equals S1, S2 as the arguments. We're going to have an arrow right here. We'll come down here and say console.log. So we can test while we go. All right, so let's start off with S1 just to see what that looks like. Test that out. And we got this going on right here. So we've got basically this broken up because of the line breaks, just like that. And then let's do S2 just because. And there we go, same thing. All right, so let's go back to S1 and do that. So first thing we want to do is we want to get every one of these in its own element inside of an array. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to say dot split, and then we're going to say split it by the escape character in. And if you don't know about the split method, we've got it right over here. I'll definitely have this link in the description so you can read all about it. All right, so now we've got that. Let's test that out to see what it looks like so far. All right, each one of these own element just like we need. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cut off these ones, this one, and leave this one like that. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to use the map method, .map. And if you don't know about the map method, we got it here, link in the description, more than likely, unless I forget. Let's see. Anyway, so we've got the E and the I here, E for element, I for index. So this is the element, and then the index is 0. All right? So for this first element, what we're going to do, well, for every element, I should say, what we're going to do is we're going to say e.slice. If you don't know about the slice method, we got it right here, description, whatever. So we're going to say this, and we're going to start at 0, and we're going to slice up to I plus 1. So instead of 0 to 0, it'll be 0 to I plus 1. So 0 to 0 plus 1, so 0 to 1 on this first one, and so on and so forth, and let's see what it looks like. All right, so 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, and 4 in this one. So now that we got this, we're going to add that stuff to it. We're going to add this stuff to it, but we got to reverse this and whatnot. So let me show you about that. So we're going to say plus S2, and we're going to say, let's split it up. But first, let's bring this map down just a little bit, just so we can get some more room. So we're going to say S2 S2 dot split, and then we'll split this by the escape in, just like that. Let's test that out. All right, looks ridiculous, but we're getting there. So we're going to reverse this dot reverse, We got this right here, reverse right up here, link in the description. So let's test that out. Look at this. We got the, I don't want to say that. Anyway, we got this right here. We just reversed it, right? Awesome. So now that this is reversed, we got to get rid of the rest of this stuff and then the rest of the stuff, all right? So for that, what we're going to do is we're going to access it with the index. So we'll access it like this with the index. So it'll access it with 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So let's test that out. Okay, now this is looking a little bit shorter, but these need to be cut down a little bit. We need to slice these up. So what are we going to do to slice them? We're going to use the slice method. Okay. So we'll come down here, we'll say reverse, and then we'll say dot slice like that. This one we're going to go from 0, and this time instead of going to I plus 1, we'll go to negative I for this one. So it's hit all the way to negative I. So let's check that out. All right, so these ones are all good except for this one, right? It goes from 0 to negative I on that. So this one right here. Anyway, so the problem is with this one, it would be 0 to negative 0. So we have to change that. Since we just want to add all 4 of those characters to this, we'll just say 0 to I, or we'll say 0 to undefined. Like that. Now let's test it out. All right, so it slaps all 4 of those onto the first one. And this looks pretty good. I think we can join this together now using the join method, link in the description. And so outside of this parenthesis for the, I think that's the map one. Yes, outside of this map parenthesis, we'll just say dot join like that and say join it by the escape in like that. Test it out. There we go. Looks pretty good, but we won't know for sure because I'm not going to compare. Okay, B, in, K. No, we're not doing that. What we're going to do here is we're going to get rid of this console.log. We're going to test this out. Looks good. Attempt it. There we go, and submit it. All right, so here we are. Right here, we got Vaston and company. And Vaston did this. Turned the S1 into the S1.split, and then did the S1.map just like we did. But then Vaston used the substring, which I'm not a pro. In fact, I don't think I've ever done even one video on substring. And this isn't the first one either. So I don't really exactly know what the substring does. It looks like it does just like split, but this stuff right here is different. Anyway, so if you want to figure it out, you can just go over to MDN and just check out every single little aspect of it. That's what I would do. Here's Alexa's. We're doing the S1.replace. We're going to have some regex. We're going to match every character that's not white space because this is white space right here. And then we're going to do this val function on it, which will do like slice this index plus 1 like we did. Oh, just like we did. Except for on this one, it's index plus plus at the end. That's cool. And then you can just keep going on and check out all the rest if you feel like it. Let's go over to mine. Just me on this one. Best practice in my opinion. Very much like it. And oh, I should have put clevers on those other ones. What a guy. Give me a second. I don't want to be too much of a jerk. Here you go. Clever. Anyway, back to this one. Best practice in my opinion. Very much like it. And we'll see you next time.